What is up both to Whaleshares and to the Steem blockchain? But I'm mainly going to post I'm also going to post this on Whaleshares. So I am phonewhale on Whaleshares and I am phoneinf on Steem blockchain. But this video is going to be embedded to my PHONECOIN Steemit page. So I made a separate page for my user issued digital asset, which is called PHONECOIN. So I created my own assets on the BitShares network. It's called PHONECOIN, as I say it. It has a pairing to BTS, BitShares, right? And I want to talk a little bit in this video about PHONECOIN and why I did it, and what I'm experimenting with, and where I sort of see where things are going, where I'm curious. So once you have sort of handled abundance and a lot of your base needs are taken care of, you sort of start to look at more things in life. That is what I'm doing. I've been doing digital stuff a very long time on the internet. Started to do YouTube videos 2007 and have been doing videos since 2007 every year and been able to leverage that. And I sort of consider where things are going. So I did smartphone stuff for this a lot between 2010 to up to 2015. I did that a lot. But then I saw that, okay, well, phones are getting very mainstream. Everyone is having one. Their base needs are sort of taken care of. So I see that, okay, we're evolving into something else. Like, do we really need more of these high-end phones? They already maxed out. They're already overpowered. So I look at, okay, where is the next thing? Where's the next cool thing? And my friend told me about the Steem blockchain in January 2018, right? So I saw that, wow, this is really some next level stuff. This is the next level stuff. So I threw myself into this blockchain world January 2018, coming up to soon a year. And it's been an amazing journey. And I sort of wonder, like, or I look at the markets, I look at the Steem blockchain, I look at Whaleshares, I look at all the stuff that's going on. I look at Cointelegraph, right? I look at Cointelegraph to see all the news, all the stuff that is going on. And I constantly scan for new stuff coming up every day that is helpful to learn more about the world, basically. So where I see things going at the moment and why I created PHONECOIN is because I feel that there are two main things that are changing with this new digital landscape. The first thing is digital ownership of everything, basically. And the second thing is that custom branding is going to be a big thing. So people want a custom exclusive brand experience, plus they want digital ownership of something. So my idea with PHONECOIN was to experimenting with owning my own digital currency, or a digital asset, basically. I'm not even sure. I mean, words or spells, you can call it whatever you want. It's something digital, and it comes in a limited supply. There's only 21 million PHONECOIN. I mainly wanted to experimenting with how you can bring value to something. And being an owner, I realized when I did a website once how good it felt to be an owner of a website. But owning your own digital asset sort of makes it so you have something that you can give out, and also a way to get in value to grow something like, let's say, a custom brand, custom experience. So you can give value in a very, very unique way, having liquidity, experimenting with trust and relationships. And what really has value and what is the value of a custom brand, and what happens if you create some digital asset and tie it in a cool way to some brand. So we see that with, let's say, just a small brand inside of the Steem blockchain. Let's take the game Steem Monsters. Has an amazing brand, has an amazing way of giving value to people. And imagine if they also did their own custom token or something. Just because you already have an amazing custom brand, you can really experimenting with. People love to be a part of a tribe. They love to be a part of something. And they love to be a part of a cool brand. That's why you have the Samsung team, the Apple team, the Google team. And a brand has value. So the main thing I want to experiment with is, so we exchange stuff. We exchange stuff on the internet. There's always, like, let's say, a buyer and a seller. So it's mainly just about learning more about trust and learning more about that, because it is a lot about trust and that people believe in something, and everyone believes in something. Everyone has a buy-in into something, right? So having my own sort of coin, it helps me to learn so much about both growing something in value, but mainly seeing how trust works between humans. And I feel that, I mean, it's all about developing deeper trust. I've heard all kinds of things. For example, in many ways with blockchain systems, they're creating trustless systems, okay? And I sort of get that in many ways. But in another way, I also feel that you also need the trust between humans. I don't think really you can outsource the tribe aspect, and I think that there's a lot of beauty in trust and in relationships, and that is one of the biggest leverages you can have in life to generate real trust. So that is basically why I'm experimenting with creating some digital assets thing, and it's all just an experiment, right? Because the deeper I think humans can go in ownership of all areas of their life, the better. Just to learn more about ownership. Because this new world, it's all about trying to decentralize things. Trying to create, so in a digital world, each person becomes the authority of their reality. And people always love freedom. They always want more limitless freedom. And that means that people have to practice their ability and to learn to create freedom for themselves by creating systems that are going to make them more accountable. So let's say when you're using something, let's say something made up, fiat currency, or I don't really know what, but you're using something someone else created. So already right there, you feel less accountable, and it can create an entitled mindset where, well, someone else created this thing and I can just use it. I don't have to do anything myself. Same with people that instead of trying to create their own video website or something, they just go to YouTube. And people sort of get used to this thing of getting stuff, right? Getting stuff, and without them created that thing. And I feel that if people can practice their ability to be accountable and be more of an owner in their life, I feel that that is really one of the key aspects of this new world, that just experimenting around with, well, someone created these ones and zeros, maybe I can do the same thing, okay? And we usually rely on other people to do all kinds of things because we feel that, well, creating a website or creating some code, this is just going to be hard. I might just listen to someone else, right? Then you realize when you created some little thing that, well, this wasn't hard at all. And you actually practice more of your ability to be an owner, and it's such a big thing in life. Accountability also, I mean, it's such a big thing. It's such a deep learning experience. So what I realized when you made like when you can make these user issued assets on with the BitShares, okay, bitshares.org, I think it is. It costs around $25, and you pay in like BTS, so it's like 250 to 270 BTS, and it only took like 10 minutes. And I was like, whoa, this is kind of interesting that it's just that easy to create something that is your own. You're an owner of something. And so that's why I'm making videos. That's why I'm making a lot of these vlogs, because I feel that's really, in many ways, vlogs like this, just being a human that talks about their experimenting with stuff in life, I feel that is so massive value, because there's almost nobody that's doing it. It's called documenting your journey, basically. There's so many people that are interested in that, in people just trying things out. It doesn't have to succeed, because the more you fail or the more you win, I mean, you learn. Everything's like a learning experience, right? So this coin is basically 21 million of them that exist. And my core idea is eventually to experimenting with creating a custom brand in, let's say, a website, and be able to give out my own digital value. And then that has a pairing with BTS, and that it's available on markets with the DEX, various BitShares DEX like Rudex, OpenLedger, Market.BitShares also. That makes it so it has real value, because I can basically, I can get my coins back. I can buy them back, basically. So I can give out something that is my own, has my own like branding to it with the name, and I feel that I'm more in control, basically, which is kind of cool, because you can decide more than what value something should have. Because if you want something to grow in value, you can raise awareness of it, right? You can do things to raise the value. You can find a way to give more value to other people. And I feel that is going to give such a deeper satisfaction if people feel that they're more owners in their life, basically. So we have these smart media tokens that's going to come out on the Steem blockchain, and soon it's going to be easier to create your own website, and having a common system where you can easily drip out your own custom branded tokens. And it's going to take a few years, but eventually we're going to come to the point where it's going to be custom brand plus your own token, and the ownership aspect of that, I think it's going to be amazing, because you're just going to give people what they want. They want something exotic, an exotic experience. They want to be a part of a tribe, and we humans are sort of wired for 150 people or something like that, which means that we can have a bunch of different tribes, smaller tribes, that are highly optimized, and we don't have to. This is not the era of the mainstream masses now, as the 1900s to year 2000. It was mainly the mainstream masses were running things. Now it's going to be more optimized tribes, customized domains, customized interfaces, customized experiences, customized tokens, and this is going to be combined with 3D worlds, virtual reality, AR, and basically limitless user experiences, same as Deluxe.io is experimenting with. I did a video about that. But yeah, we're going into an interesting time. We're going into an interesting time. Very, very interesting time. And yeah, so this is my first video talking a little bit overall here. I like to do these videos where I just put things out there that sort of I had in mind. It doesn't have to be perfect. But yeah, so hopefully people enjoyed this video about a little bit about PhoneCoin, and I have no rush into this experiment, but I had a desire. I had a desire to create my own thing. I've always been a big fan of programming and making something that is my own. It's cool. It's cool to own something. And these days, many people are not owners of stuff, but we can create that again in digital worlds, making ownership a reality again. And these tokens are gonna bring like blood/electricity to any website, because there is some value you can get there. Everything you do will have some form of value. So we're going into epic times. Hopefully you're ready. Yeah, bye-bye.